Hello dear programmer, I welcome you all in the lecture series of Fundamentals of Data Structure. In today's session, we are going to start with the interesting sorting technique is the merge sort. At the end of this session, I expect my student will be able to solve the example based on that merge sort and they can implement their own program. So what is merge sort? Merge sort is nothing but it follows the rule of divide and conquer technique to sort the given set of elements recursively. It requires less time as compared to quicksort. We'll see it. So how does it works? It based on the divide and conquer. Divide means take a sub problem, means take a bigger problem and divide into the smaller parts. And at the end, we are going to combine their solutions to get our original array. So it becomes easier to solve the whole problem. So the logic is that first of all, we need to take the unsorted array with an element. Then divide that unsorted array into sub-arrays until we'll not get a one element in that sub-array. As we are saying that single element itself is a sorted. Then we are repeatedly merging these sub-arrays to produce the new sorted sub-arrays. And at the end, we will get a complete sorted array. So, what is the implementation? We need to break the given array into the middle part. So, we are getting the sub-arrays. Again, take that sub-arrays and again divide into in its middle part. So, we are getting sub-arrays. So, until we will not get a sub-array containing a single element, we need to divide that array into sub-arrays. Once we'll get that all the elements are containing only one element in that array, then we need to start merging these sorted sub-arrays step by step to form a one large single sorted array. Let me have some demo. Assume that we are having a array which consists of total 8 elements. Then we need to divide this A array into sub-arrays. So how we divide it? By calculating mid, we are dividing it that elements are 0 to 3 are in the first array and 4 to 7 are into the second array, means A of 4, A of 5, A of 6 and A of 7. Then again take this sub array, again divide this sub array into two portions. So we are getting 26 5, 77 1 and again this sub array is divided into this two array. Again we are dividing this 26 and 5 into a sub-arrays until we'll not get a only one element into that sub-array. So we come to know that only 26. So one element itself is a sorted. So like that fashion, all elements in their place, they are sorted. Now we are going to merge the elements. So here 26 and 5 are going to be merged in such a way that they are kept in the sorted fashion. So we get the result is 526. Then 77 and 1 are merged in such a fashion that 1 and 77 are in sorted way. 61 and 11 are merged in such a way that we get the resultant array is 11 and 61. And here 51, 9 and 15 are in the sorted way. Again, consider these two sub-arrays, that means 526 and 177. They are merged in such that we get the result is 1, 5, 26 and 77. And in this case, the merged array becomes 11, 15, 59 and 61. Right? Now, we are going to merge this array element containing the four elements and we'll get the large element which consists of total 8 elements. So this is the logic of merge sort. So we can say that the logic is we have considered the element from 0th element to n minus 1 which is divided into sub arrays. So we are saying from 0 to mid minus 1 and mid to larger array, and again it is divided into in its mid. So accordingly it is continuously dividing the array into sub-arrays, and once we'll get all the sub-array containing one element, then start merging of them. So initially p is equal to 0 and r is equal to n minus 1, means we required some counters. So we are taking the entire array A which consists of 0 to n minus 1 element. Then we are identifying the middle of that array. So how we can compute? Yes, it is easily that the index of p plus index of r divided by 2. So 0 plus n minus 1 divided by 2. So we'll get that the index. Means we have divided the array into subparts. Means from starting location p to r, we'll get from p to q, that means middle index, and q plus 1 to r. Then we are considering that q is the middle array of that entire array. And again, this A of PQ is divided into its middle array, and A of Q plus 1 to R is divided into subarrays. And then we are recursively sorting these subarrays from A of PQ and A of Q1 plus R. And then we are sorting these merging arrays by combining their solution, and we'll get at the end that entire array means P to R are sorted into a one single array. Let me see some logic. So here we are having that P and R means P is pointing to the 0th element and R is pointing to the last element. And we are getting that the Q is the mid array. So we are dividing the array into 0 to 3 and Q plus 1 to R means 4 to 7. Again, we are considering these sub-arrays 0 to 3. Again, it is divided into two parts. So we are having 0, 1 and 2, 3 means 33, 12 and 37, 57. And again, in this case, they are divided into 0 to 5 and 6 to 7th index. Then these elements are again divided into an element which consists of single element. So here the divide process have been done. Now we need to start merging of them. So take that 33 and 12, then we'll get a sorted merged array which consists of two elements. Similarly 37, 57 are merged to, we'll get the next sub arrays. So accordingly we are starting with merging. Now the next case, in the next merging we are considering this 4 element. So we get the 4 array element or array with these 4 elements, and at the end we come to know that here are total all 8 elements are in sorted place. So this is the logic of merge sort. The important concept is how we do the merging. So to perform that merging we require one external array, that is let it is B. Now if you want to merge these two sub arrays means element from array A of 0 to A of 3 and A of 4 to A of 7. Then we are considering when I is the counter which will points to the first element of first sub array, and we required another counter j which will points to that first sub array. Then these elements are going to be compared or checked. So initially I is pointing to the first element of first subpart and j is pointing to the second subpart. Then a of I and a of j are compared. Then depending upon their values, the smallest element is copied into that external array, let it is B. So in this case, for keeping the trace of how many elements in the external array B, we require the one counter K. So A of I and A of J are compared. If the A of I is less than A of J, then we need to copy the A of I value into this B of K, and the index of K and I both will be increased. But if A of I value is greater than A of J, then we need to copy that jth value into this B of K, and K will be increased and again J will be increased. So in this example, if you observe 12 and 5 are compared. So we are getting 12 is greater than 5. So that's why that B of K is equal to 5. Means the A of J is copied and K will be increased by 1 and J will be increased by 1. Again, A of I is 12 and A of J is 14. So we are getting 12 is less than or is equal to 14. So we are comparing that A of I is copied into B of K, and K will be increased and I will be increased. So like this fashion, our K is increased and here I is increased. Now I is pointing to 16 and J is pointing means A of J is 14 and A of I is 16. So 16 is greater than 14, means we have been copied that this 14 into the B of k, where I will be increased and k will be increased. So our A of I is 16 and A of j is 15. Again we are getting A of j is having the least value. So A of j is copied into B of k, and j and k both index are increased. A of I is 16 and A of j is 29. Means we have been copied the value of A of I into B of k, where I is increased and also k is increased. So 16 has been copied. Now 25 and 29 is compared. So that's why 25 is copied. And k is increased and I is increased. Now I is pointing to 27 and j is pointing to 29 element. So here 27 element is copied. I has been, now A of I have been copied into B of k. So you will come to know all the elements of these four element A of 0 to A of 3 have been copied. Now we need to identify whatever the remaining elements are there, that we need to simply copy into B of k. So like this fashion, we are merging the two arrays. Means while we are merging the two arrays, we need to compare element by element. It can be happen there is only one element in the merge in this case. So 12 and 5 are compared. So 5 is copied. And now 12 and 14 are there. Now 12 is copied. Right? There is no these elements. Means 12 is copied. Means array this part is over. So all the remaining elements will be copied as it is into that resultant array. So this is the logic of performing merging of two arrays. So this is indicates the pseudocode for our merge sort. We have seen that we have to take two counters, means array which is having upper bound and the lower bound. So lower bound is less than upper bound. Then we need to divide the array into mid part. And then we need to recursively sort, merge sort with the lower bound to the mid and mid plus 1 to that upper bound. Simply sorting that sub problems until we'll not get one element. Once we'll get all that as sub array, we need to start merging that sorted sub arrays. So this is the logic that how we can sort the merging of these all sorted techniques, sorted arrays. So here it indicates that how does the merge operation is performed. So how does the divide works? So merge sort, here you are taking that P is pointing to first element and R is pointing to the last element. Then we have been identified that Q such that we are applying merge sort, means array A from P to Q, means we are applying P to Q, and merge sort Q plus 1 to R, means from this element to the last element we are applying that merge sort. So like this fashion recursively we are calling merge sort for this P to Q, again divide into two subparts, and again Q to R again divide into two subparts, and recursively will be done. Now once we have merged, once we have sorted all the arrays, then we need to start with merging. So how this merge works? So from that merge works, we have to start with the from P index to Q index and R. Then we are saying that I is initially set to P and J is initially set to Q plus 1. Means that J is keep the counter for second part of array and I is the keep the counter for the first part of the array. Then we need to recursively check whether the value of A of I and A of J is less or not. Accordingly, that elements are shifted into B array. So we are considering a temporary arrays, that is B of 5, means as per our size. Then I is pointing to the first counter or the first part of our array and j is the counter for the second part of the array. Then we need to check that I will not be value of I will not be greater than q and value of j will not be greater than r. Then we are comparing that if a of I is less than a of j, and accordingly that specific either a of I or a of j elements are copied into b of k. So this will be repeatedly until any one of these sub-sorted array is get over. If we have identified that yes, the one sub array is over, then we need to the second sub array is over, then we need to copy all the elements as it is from that sub part to that b of k. It can be quite possible that our first sub array is over, then remaining second part elements are being copied into sub array. So like this way, here we are merging the two sub arrays until any one of them is completed. And once we find it out, any one of these have been completed, then accordingly the remaining elements of that remaining array will be copied. So here it shows that if we started with the merge sort algorithm, which consists of the index from 1 to 10, then it divides into 1 to 5, 1 to 5 is divided into 1 to 3 and 4, 5. Again 1, 3 is divided, means here we are dividing the entire array from 1 index to 10th index in such a way that every array is consist of one element. After that, we are trying to merge them. So we are getting this 1 1 and 1 2 elements. So we are getting that 1 2 element. Then, and in this case here 6 and 7 elements are there. 6th and 7th element. Then here first, second and third element is going to be merged. This first, second and third element is going to be merged to get our entire array. That means 1 2 2. 1 2 3. So here 1 2 and third. Then similarly here fourth and fifth elements are merged. So here we are getting fourth and fifth element. So now entire element of first, second and third position and fourth and fifth positions are merged. We get the array in this position, means 1 to 5 and here 6 to 10. Now these all arrays are going to be merged to get our entire end array, which is sorted from first location to 10th location. So like this tree of calls to the merge sort and tree calls for this merging will help us to understand that how the sub array is divided into sub arrays. So if we think about the time complexity of the merge sort, so what happened? Not necessary that entire array is divided into the exactly two sub portion, and at what level it needs to be divide. So there are total log n plus 1 levels are there. How does it works? So if we think that if there are total n elements, means the number of compares at each level during while we are performing the merge. So that's why the total complexity of the merge sort is n log n. So dear student, I expect you kindly pause the video and apply the merge sort for these following numbers. I hope you have sorted the numbers with help of merge sort technique. We'll see that what is happening here. Yes, you might have started with the elements from 8 to 4. Then these elements are divided into 8, 3 to 9 and they are divided into that array consist of single elements. Then you might have started merging of them and you will get the entire array as a sorted array. Right? So in binary search, whenever we divide a number into halfway in every step, then it can be represented using the logarithmic function, that means log n, and the number of steps are represented by log n plus 1. A single step operation performed to find out the middle of the array will take big O of 1 time, and if we think we are merging the two sub arrays, assume that the sub arrays are merged into the running time for that big O of n times will be required. So if we have been added the time required to divide into the subparts and then start merging of them, then we come to know that the total time for the merge sort is n log n plus 1. So that's why we are saying that the constant part is going to be removed. So we are saying that the time complexity of the merge sort is big O of n log n. If we compare the merge sort with this quick sort, then we come to know that merge sort is quite fast and it is a stable sorting technique. The time complexity in the worst case is big O of n log n. Even for the best case and the average case, the time complexity of the merge sort is n log n. So dear student, I expect you understand that what is the difference between merge sort and the quick sort. These are the reference books we have referred, and I expect you kindly try to solve such different examples using merge sort. Thank you. Happy learning.